Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's do some code. Last time I was halfway through doing the win condition parsing, and then I just decided to stop because I was too tired. But since then, so the half done win condition code is still there. I've merged in a bunch of changes that I did separately earlier today at the local game dev meetup. I have done the level parsing. So basically, I was gonna at the meetup I was at earlier. I was gonna finish the win condition parsing, but I had forgotten to push it, and therefore I didn't have the code to work on. So I decided to work on the next section, parsing levels, which I got done. It was actually really simple. Where's the level parsing? Here we go. And it also will detect, so based on the length of the first row of the level, because the level looks like this, so based on the length of the first row, it will then give errors later on. It's actually missing an error. I should put a thing in for this to do. Where should I put it? I guess it is here. To do. Report when when cell row is too short. Okay, I think that will happen. Will it? No, I don't think it will. I think it'll just not report anything right now. Okay, but it easily could. Because this parse cell row has like an expected length, which only is set after passing the first row, because it's like, okay, now I know what the length of each row is supposed to be, and it's not. You could say, like, what if it's the first row that's short and the rest are long? Well then, whatever, I'll figure that out later. And maybe I have to do something where instead of reporting it for each line, I report it for just the whole level, or something like that. I don't know, but for now it works. What else did I do today? Oh yeah, so when I print I can't really show it right now because I've got some half-done code, but when I need to, do I need to do anything? Am I in a good state? Yeah, we're fine. When I print the AST now, like in the output, it also tells me the property name of each thing, which is very useful for reading it. Although it's made it there's quite a lot of text when printing it now, but I guess it's fine. I also changed a few things to keyword nodes that should have been keyword nodes all along, and got to remove a bunch of the skip attributes that I was adding to stuff. Anyway, win conditions. This is what I was doing last time. So what do we have? We have a win conditions node, which is the whole section. We have conditions. Each condition is a win condition node. A win condition node is an enum, and we have constrained and unconstrained. So yeah, that's whether it's got the on or not. And then an unconstrained win condition has a selector and an object ref. Yes, and then it's the selector is an unconstrained selector. And then the constrained win condition has this, and this. Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, let's continue. Where was that? Here we go. So what was I doing? I'm like parsing expected token. I'm expecting a constrained selector. Yeah, we have. So this is the one place in the entire parser where I've had to I have to keep parsing ahead to eventually find out what the actual type that I'm returning is going to be. But what we do is what I've decided to do is just assume that it's a constrained selector right now, which can be any of the three selectors. all, some, or no. And then later on, I'll just convert it if it's not that type. I think that's what I'm going to do. So then, I don't think I should do this yet. Let's just gather more info. Should I? Should I? I'm not so sure. Because when an error happens, I want to return something. Yeah, I've got this whole thing of like, I do return incomplete nodes, even if the whole thing doesn't parse correctly. So am I happy just returning a constrained win condition node? I guess so. I guess. So should this have been... This should return this, right? Not nothing. Because we know the selector's there. Yeah, this should return that. So, win condition. Okay, so we've got that. Yes, yep. Then after we've got the object reference, we're going to parse whitespace again. We're then going to see if we get the on keyword. Okay. Which is parser parse keywords. Yep. And just a string, which is on. And sure, we'll consume diagnostics. And that returns an option. So if we don't get this, okay, well, so we can just do it. Let's on keywords. Okay. Else. Is this how I would normally write this? Sure, whatever. I think I would normally do... It's fine. So if we don't see the on keyword, then we just return. Okay, then we convert this into a other thing. A other. With diagnostics. So this is not like a failure case. This is a perfectly fine situation. And that's something that could maybe be clearer with my parse results, is that, like, is it clear that this is a failure case and this is not a failure case? No. They both look perfectly fine. They both look basically the same. AST unconstrained win condition nodes. Am I even doing this right? No, that's not a thing. It's, no, that is a thing. Win condition node. Win condition node is a thing and it contains, okay. So actually we're wrong here, aren't we? This needs to be a, no, not here. Here. Sure, let's do AST win condition node. That should be fine, and then this should be win condition node as well. Oh, condition, win condition node. Unconstrained win condition node. Am I doing this right? No. Oh gosh, there's more to this. Let's format this line better in a second. Constrained win condition. This is unconstrained. I think I'm like, so something I'm pretty sure I'm overcomplicating here is that in Rust, I'm pretty sure I can just, rather than have like win condition node, unconstrained, and then have like a separate unconstrained win condition node type. I think I can just make this a struct like directly in here, and it would be simpler. But this is what I've got currently, and maybe I'll change that later, but maybe I also won't. Okay, so then we have an unconstrained. Okay, let's try and make some of this look a bit nicer. Okay. So then we have an unconstrained win condition node, which is going to be a selector and an object ref. The object ref is going to come straight from win condition. Object ref. Okay, so there's a thing we have to check here. If selector was all, so if select is all, yeah, then it must be a constrained selector, so therefore we must see on. Okay, so there's like an interesting like error condition here, depending on what happens here. So if we don't see on, then if it's a sum or a no, then we can just return this and we're fine. Otherwise, we need to return an error saying expected on. Yep. That's interesting. So could I use my parse expected function here? I'm not so sure, because I think that would... How does parse expected work? Parse expected... Parse expected token? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah. It's a bit misleading. The name. Parse token... It's where it parses a word. Oh no, it's not misleading actually. Ugh, I might have used this in bad places. Anyway, so it parses a word. Well, no, it parses a token. And it fails to do that, then it parses a word and reports that word is invalid. Okay. Or it reports just like, oh, we expect a thing here if there is no word. Okay. Now, my situation doesn't quite match that because I want to pass on, but it's not always unexpected just because we don't get it. But could I make that work fine? Possibly? Not easily, no. Also, I've just noticed this code is doing unnecessary stuff. I can literally just do return. Can I? No, actually I can't, which is kind of annoying. No, I can. Yeah, I can. I can do return. No, I can't. I'll think about that later. Parse keyword on, consume diagnostics, parse result with diagnostics, this thing. Okay, so we want... Right, okay, so basically the thing was, depending on what we match against... So we don't have an on. If we don't have an on, then we must not have all. Am I getting that right? If we don't have an on, then we must not have all. Okay, cool. So we are going to match. So we don't have an on. We are going to match selector. Yes, win condition selector. And then if, what's the plan? If it's some, so how do I do that? So this is going to be a constrained win condition. AST constrained win condition. I think it's just called that. No, constrained selector is what I want. Okay. Constrained selector. So we have any, we have some, and we have all. Sorry, no, we have all, some, and no. Now, those two cases should be the same. There is a, yeah, what's the syntax for just saying two match branches should be the same? Rust match. Is it, do you put commas between them? Oh, you put that, a little pipe between them. Okay. So some or no will be the same. And all will be different. In the all case, we want to report a diagnostic saying expected diagnostics.push. It's going to be similar to this. Expected, whatever. In fact, I might just take exactly that. Expected on. I mean, that could be even clearer. I could say all win conditions all win conditions must have an on object, or let's just say this. Okay, all conditions must have an on clause. Token name. I don't have that. What is token name in this case? Oh, it's nothing. It's fine. In fact, I did the format. What am I doing? Get rid of that. Okay. So that's that situation. Well, it's not the entire situation, because then we also need to just return. Yeah, okay. We are going to return win condition as is. Hopefully I'm getting this right. Otherwise, we're going to return what we were doing here. It's definitely a bit messy, but I'll sort it out afterwards. Which is that we're actually going to return an unconstrained win condition. This is just the normal. Okay, what if there's other stuff? That's fine. If there's other stuff. What should the error be if somebody writes some target blah? It could just, like, what it's going to do if I keep going the way I'm going is say unexpected text after win condition. But should it say expected on? Maybe it should. Okay, maybe I should do this a different way. Maybe I should just pass until the pass white space and check if we're at the end of the line. If we're at the end of the line, then we know we're done, and we can just return the unconstrained win condition. If we're not, then we expect on, and we can give that error. That actually feels better. Okay, that feels nicer. Right. So in fact, we are passing white space, so we should be at the end of the line if it's an unconstrained one. Okay, cool. So if, how do I actually check if I'm at the end of the line? I'm sure I have a easy way of doing it. I think it's just EOL, right? Is EOL, yeah, okay. Cool. If parser reader is EOL, then return pass result with diagnostic. Well, it's going to be this one. Well, we return unconstrained. And in this case, okay, but no, not exactly that, because we also need to do this. We need to do this whole thing. Yeah, okay. Because if we're at the end of the line, but the selector we pass is all, then we have a problem. Yes, okay. Cool. So then, in this case, we convert the constraint selector into an unconstrained selector, which is slightly annoying. I mean, it's not terribly annoying. I can just do win condition selector again. Again, this is going to be slightly messy. It's very indented right now, but whatever. So sum is going to become unconstrained selector sum, and then no, it's going to become unconstrained selector no. I'm expecting some errors from this. Then this simplifies though. This becomes, let me find a pass expected. Pass expected, here we go. This becomes one of these. For the keyword on. But it's not an object name. Yeah, okay, so I need to do what I was doing, which is parser. Parser, pass keywords. On. Oh, I just realized these are these case sensitive or not case sensitive? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, okay, it's case sensitive. Good. I did it right. I did think I would have noticed by now if it was wrong, but no, okay, I did it right. Oh, so that shouldn't be that. Well, expected on keyword is what it should say. This is like what goes in the error message. Expected on keyword. I dislike the way this is all indented. It should be like this. Okay. This should be on keyword. And yeah, that's correct. Except that's not. It should be win condition. Some win condition. Some win condition. And if we have an on keyword, then we can add that to our win condition. Win condition, is it called on keyword? It's just called on. Maybe I should just call it on here as well. On. On. Should really be called like on node or something, but whatever. Then we want to do basically this again. except this is the constraint object name. Constraint object reference. I've been changing my terms everywhere, but constraint, is that what it's called? Constraint object ref. Guess I'm doing this. Well, no, let's call it ref here as well. That seems correct to me. And then pass results returns with diagnostics some win condition diagnostics. I mean, yep. Apparently this is a syntax error here. What have I missed? Does closing dilemmas are possibly meant for this? Oh, wait, so what are you attached to? So you're attached to you, yes, exactly. Oh, but not back again. So there must be a mismatched brace somewhere. You are with you. You are with you. That looks right. Then you're not with you. Why not? Those are matched. Those are matched. That is matched with that. Okay, I'm missing. Oh gosh, where should that be? That should be there. Okay, I'm missing that. Okay, there's more wrong though. This option has type generic keyword node. Ah, it does. You're right. Oh. Okay. Mismatch types with pass results. You're not wrong. Pass results. What are we doing? Pass results with diagnostics. Some diagnostics. I should figure out ways of making this code more terse, but whatever. Okay. Yes, not that. Ah. It's gonna have to be some. Oh, that's gonna be a problem, like in so many places, isn't it? Yep. Yep. Should this just already be the enum up here? Maybe? This is gonna get real nasty. This should be a constraint. This is, yeah. Keyword again. Let's put the keyword node. This is so nasty. Oh, this is so nasty. What is this? This is the keyword. Yes. And then span is when conditions select a span. Oh boy. Oh yeah, AST. Okay. Some. This is so bad. I'm supposed to identify node. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay, so no, so that should literally just be... this all feels wrong. Sure. Okay, there's something wrong. Okay, that's the thing that's causing the dialogue to pop up every time. Let's get rid of that. So, yes, this needs to be a... This is such a mess right now. We'll tidy it up once it's working. Sure, that needs to be a sum on. And then finally, that. No errors? Oh, no, more errors. Oh, okay, classic. I'm probably using self. Yeah, okay, I need to be using parser here. And then here too. And there as well. Okay, what's wrong with you? Yes, non-exhaustive match, you're correct. I do know in this case, however, that this is unreachable. Okay, let's tie this up later. That was a mess. Does it work though, is the question. There's no errors, at least in that file. There might be errors in other files. Where's my... there it is. Okay, it ran. Okay, so a change I made earlier is that... so the way this AST is printed now is it's printing out... Let me go to the top. The name of the property of the AST node, so the root's just called root, and then it has sections, and it says like which index in sections is this section. So this is section 0, and then section has a content field, and often the type of the AST node like is kind of one-to-one with the property, but sometimes it's not. Like here, the prelude has an options field, which is of type list. And before it would only show list, and it was kind of, oh, it's a list of what? And now I know. It's like, okay, so this is the options list. And each option, and like, yeah, before it would have said a prelude option, and then just identifier. Okay, what's the identifier represent? What represents its name? So now that's all shown. Okay, so the thing I want to check is our win conditions. Win condition, this looks like it might be right. Constrained win condition, all target on crate. It works. It works. Has my mouse just got... Yeah, hold on. There we go. Okay, so then what I wanted this to do was say expected on, I think. Oh, blah is not a valid on. Blah is not a valid on keyword. That's terrible. Yeah, I need to. It's like it's not incorrect. It's a terrible way of phrasing it. I need to make it so that the error reporting for like both here. Well, do I need it there as well? Maybe. But in where is it? Like this needs to be like properly configurable rather than always being to do make error messages fully configurable. E.g. blah is not a valid on keyword is a terrible message. Okay, but that works. Okay, if I remove blah, We get no error from it, which is good. And we get an unconstrained win condition, some target. That's amazing. And so then if we do, are we putting the right kind of error message? So pass expected token. Right, so that will already report. This is not reporting. This is a problem. That needs to report. Diagnostics. I need to remind myself, do I need a parser skip until next line? Or does that happen in the parse line function? Only if it returns none. Yeah, so I do need to skip. That feels not ideal. It feels like the past line should always end up on the next line, rather than it being deferred to here. But that's okay for now. Let's report a diagnostic then. Let's do something similar to this. I mean, why don't I do a pass expected token? That is what I should do. Pass expected token. And we should do self pass identifier. And then the consume diagnostic should come afterwards, like that. And we should do expected object reference. Oops. Okay. So if we now try and pass some target, okay, let's do some target on, we should get an error saying expected an object reference. Okay, yet another reason why I should have fully configurable messages. Yeah, it's the same here. To do allow fully configurable error messages. Okay. Also, but why is this not pointing to anything? Oh, it is just after the line? No, why is this not pointing to anything? Okay, well, let me put in something that isn't a valid, like so. Yeah, that's not that valid object reference, is it? Oh, it might actually be. It's not a valid identifier, although identifier might be the wrong thing. So, okay, so sure, then it's highlighting it. So if it doesn't see it, then it does the wrong thing, or it doesn't point at anything. That's not great. Okay, that can be a separate thing to do though. So that's pass expected having that issue. Pass expected token. In this situation, this isn't pointing anywhere. I guess it should point at the new line at the end. I wonder if it does. If no, I can't really make it happen. Okay, that's fine. So this is separate to do. To do, if something is expected, but we're at the end of a line, the error, the diagnostic doesn't point anywhere. Okay, that's fine. Some target on blah. The error message should go away. It does, and then we go up here. We can see that. Okay, let's put 2 in. So some target, some, or no blah. And then all player on crate. And then we're going to throw a comment in the middle. Hello. No error. We get 3 win conditions. Some target on blah, no blah, all player on crate. Perfect. Ta-da! I think that means the pass is done. Other than like to-dos that are all over the place. Like it's not done. There are definitely things I know are missing. For example, I can't do messages between levels, which is a feature that PuzzleScript supports. I can't do start loop, end loop. That's missing. I think I'm still missing object triggers in sounds, like crate, move, left, 1, 2, 3. I don't think that currently works. But that might be everything I'm missing, unless there's like specific features of PuzzleScript that are just obscure and not very memorable. Although, actually, that's just reminding me. I guess there's things like... No, wait. No, late works, of course. Late is fine. Isn't there something else you can put before a rule that's kind of weird? Oh, there's like a... How does it work again? Plus, you can put a plus before a rule to join it to a previous rule. I don't think I currently support that. I mean, I could. Let's just add a bunch. Let's add this list to the PuzzleScript parser. To do support parsing plus before a rule to create rule groups. To do. Well, why am I saying support parse? What were the other things? I've already got to do for the sound one. The other things were pass messages between levels. And there was one more. Oh, start loop, end loop. Is it called that? Start loop, end loop? You think by now I've done enough PuzzleScript to know? Apparently not. Documentation, bird's eye view, rules, loop. It's not even mentioned in this page. Well, it is, but you have to go to a separate page. Yeah, so pluses before rules, and then start loop, end loop. Okay. Parser. Parse. Start loop and end loop. Okay, let me put those two in the rules parsing file. Rules. And then the other one was levels parsing. Levels. Okay, so that, as far as I'm concerned, works. Oh yeah, and you can see I can pass levels now as well. So a level is just a list of cells, a 2D list. It's cool, like I didn't even program in the ability for it to print like 2 indexes after, or 2 indices after each other. It just does it. So if I did a 3D list, it would just automatically print the next one as well. Woohoo. Okay. AST passed. That's a milestone. That is an actual milestone. Let's get this committed. Sure, we can commit everything, including game.possessus. Pass, win, conditions. Boom. Oh no, now the next stage of the thing. Semantic analysis. Although it's interesting, like from now on, things get kind of simple. Like the nice thing about having an AST is like, sure, there's a lot in it, but a lot of it's just like repeated structures. But I no longer have to think about parsing text. I just have a tree to go through, and the text that's in the tree is, I can just use it as is, which is nice. Should probably change the prelude options to use keywords. Okay, we had a bunch of to-dos, even though I recently got rid of all the to-dos. Prelude options should probably be keywords. To-do. Similarly, objects, palette, to-do colors should probably be their own AST nodes. Is there anything else like that? Oh yeah, and then if I do that, I don't need to put it as a separate to-do, but like the color names can be keyword nodes. That'll be nice. I think otherwise we're pretty good. Holy moly, it works. It works. Maybe I should just call it there for today. So yeah, next step. Like I could go through and do some more to-dos, but I think I'm just going to move on to the semantic analysis. Or I might do color parsing, because that has been something that's been bothering me for ages. Like it's basically almost there, but I just need to... this is like from the old parsing that I did until I switched to doing an AST. And so this doesn't produce an AST node. That's basically what I need to do. And yeah, like this could be keyword nodes now that that's a thing. It wasn't a thing back when I wrote this. So I might do that, but otherwise, basically the next step is to iterate through this AST, processing each thing. But like processing a prelude option is like easy, especially if I do change it to be a keyword node, because if they're keyword nodes, I know they're valid. It's just a case of doing. In fact, I've already got the code for that, because in my old version of this, I did a lot of the second stage already. It's like here, but like this was having to like. So this is old code that I don't think runs anymore, or if it does. Oh no, maybe I've already changed this. Yeah, I've already changed this. So this code used to parse. It would parse and it would do all this stuff, like figure out which, like, oh, a key repeat interval is a floating point and it needs to be parsed, and it would put that in the right property of the prelude object and all that kind of stuff. To be honest, some of that maybe should happen in the parser, and I need to figure that out. But, and like here's where I'm like, if we see run rules on level start, then set the run rules on level start boolean to true, and it's like, yeah. Before it used to have to like parse it and then do that, parse that and then do that, etc. And it doesn't anymore. But yeah, that file is probably mostly done. I might refactor some of it. Objects, like some of this can probably go now. Keywords is never used yet, so this is like for all from the old parser. And this is the thing. So some of this might move into the parser, but ultimately it generates a sprite for each object based on the palette and the pixels, and it returns an object which is just a name and a sprite. That's not true. It should have synonyms as well. But then this thing needs to also it's going to build up a bunch of things like this, objects and rules and whatever's. But also should probably build out like indexes into them. So like if there are synonyms, we probably want a way of looking up an object by its synonyms, all that kind of stuff. But that can be like a third step. First step can just be, second step can just be generate for each thing that we're defining in code a normalized type that just has the necessary data in it. This is also the place where I would check that the references actually make sense. Like right now, we've got a legend item here that references foo, but foo might not exist. And so while processing that, because we'll have processed the objects, so we'll know the list of objects. One of the fun things about what I've done is that in theory, I can the way I've done this is I can have a second objects thing. This is something that PuzzleScript doesn't support, but I think my thing will support just by default. I can do that. Just add a second objects thing. And I think, in theory, it will just mean there's another objects section down here, yeah, with things in it. So what I want to do is go, okay, because they do have to be analyzed in a particular order. Like I need to know what objects exist before I can pass some of the other sections. So I'll basically loop over all object sections to build up the full list of objects. That's nice. It means you can divide your file up in different ways. I think some of the PuzzleScript's forks support that. But so does this, just by virtue of how I've decided to write the parser. Anyway, okay, I will stop there. What did I just do? Oh, add some to-dos. Did I not add some more to-dos? Did I commit those in the previous thing? Probably. Add some to-dos. Cool, I'm going to stop there for today and do some semantic analysis some other time. I might go play something, or maybe not. It's getting late. All right, goodbye.